Oh, your last story of your storybook ended with a very positive note. When we find that a disappointing trip to the Victoria Falls turns out to be a blessing for a hardworking secretary of the Botswana government. She found no water in the falls that day, but when she came back, she found that she had received a promotion from her bosses and a pay hike. But my question is, how can there be no water in the Victoria Falls on the mighty Zambezi?
Indeed, this disappointing trip to the Victoria Falls turned out to be a blessing for this hardworking secretary in the government of Botswana. She was working, she was attending a conference not far away from the Victoria Falls. So she decided to take off half the day to go and see the falls. She was from the Kalahari Desert. She had never seen much water, a little bit of rain perhaps. She had never seen a lake. She had never seen a waterfall. So she wanted to see the mighty Victoria Falls on the mighty Zambezi with its enormous amounts of water. But when she went there, she found there was no water. People were cycling across the dry cliff face. Why? They say because of global warming. If there is no rainfall in the upper hills, upper regions of Angola, then it is possible that there will be water in the upper reaches of the Zambezi and in the lower reaches of the Zambezi, but nothing in the Victoria Falls. This is what happened. So she was so disappointed, she decided to go back to the conference immediately, and they went back. So they came back early, and she was surprised to get a prize from the Ministry for Good Work. And she also got an opportunity to interact with her superior officers. And they decided to give her an advancement. Now, she told me later that this advancement meant that her children had 4 boys. She was a single mother bringing up 4 children. This advancement would give her children better food, fruits, and it would allow her to buy new school uniforms. So the not having water in the Zambezi was a blessing in disguise. Now, I would just take 1 second to say how surprising it is. It is like our going to Guwahati and find the Brahmaputra to be a rivulet or something like that. So, but it happened, and it can happen. Thank you. My 10 stories. My publisher is excellent.
Thank you, Dr. Amitabh Chaudhary, for your patience in answering my questions.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your deliberation.
Yeah.
And now over to Chaitali Chaudhary for the questions from the audience.
Yes, there is one question here from Siddhartha Dev. Are the stories based on facts or your imagination, sir? To Dr. Amitabh Chaudhary. Are the stories based on facts or your imagination?
They are absolutely based on facts, but they are also based on my imagination. The two have come together to form the stories. The framework is the facts, and the rest of it is imagination. And it's like that.
Another question, I think it is from Adit Kumar Guptu. It is, what was your most frightening and happiest moments? What was your most frightening and happiest moment?
Happiest moment while traveling, or when? When?
Yeah, in all the countries you visited, the stories you've written on your real experience, what was your most frightening moment?
Frightening was definitely the Kalahari. It was very frightening.
In Africa.
It was very frightening. And
happiest moment?
And happiest, I would say that when I used to go snorkeling in the Caribbean, it was very, very nice. The water was warm and it was beautiful. That is the happiest moment.
So now we have come to the end of the discussion. It was beautiful, and short stories, as well as the descriptions, the explanations given by Dr. Chaudhary, we have enjoyed them all through. So
thank you very much.
With your permission, can I go to the vote of thanks?
Thank you. Yeah.
Now it is time for the vote of thanks. First, we take the opportunity to thank the author, Dr. Amitava Chaudhary, for having given us the opportunity to travel ideally to all the countries he had visited. Next, we would like to extend our gratitude to the moderator, Dr. Anjan Chakraborty, for a very engaging and interesting conversation, as if we were traveling it all through. Then our sincere thanks goes to our ever-inspiring president and the IT committee for providing us with the virtual platform. We're extremely thankful to our fellow library subcommittee members and the chairman for making the event a great success. Thank you, Mr. Anushwa Chaudhary, for the introductory part, and also Mr. Romit Deed from the library subcommittee for his technical expertise in guiding us to ensure streaming from Zoom to our YouTube and Facebook platforms for the first time in coordination with the systems team. In this connection, we thank our systems team comprising of Indrajit Basu Thakur and Debashish Nath, and the events team, K.G. Rao. Also, we must thank Ms. Piali of Calcutta Club Library for her ever-smiling and helping attitude. In conclusion, I would like to thank Mr. Adit Guptu for initiating, organizing, and managing the 15 virtual sessions so efficiently during his tenure as a chairman of the library subcommittee, and many more sessions to come for the Calcutta Club. His enthusiasm and untiring efforts in handling the programs is truly commendable. There is a special announcement. We would like to mention that the book Ajay and His Tales from Faraway Lands is now available at the library, thanks to the author. At the end of the session, I'm happy to announce that our next event is on Thursday, 12th August at 6:30 p.m. Storytelling as Therapy, Tales She Can Tell. We'll have author Roshni Roy in conversation with Tathagata Chaudhary and Rupa Das. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Amitava Chaudhary and Dr. Anjan Chakraborty, as well as the introduction by Anushwa Chaudhary and our chairman, Amit Guptu, and everyone participating in this meeting. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, as well as on behalf of the Calcutta Club Library Subcommittee. Thank you very much. So I request you whether I should end the session.
Before we end the session, we would like to thank you, Chaitanya Chaudhary, for your beautiful vote of thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chaudhary. But before signing off, there's one question which came up while you were speaking. So if Dr. Chaudhary wants to take that, so I'll just take the liberty of 2 more minutes, Dr. Chaudhary. One is a question from Pinak, that photographs and paintings associated with the stories, are they made or designed by you? That's one. And there were a couple of more queries that I had, which is your personal favorite chapter and why? And if you had the option to go back to any of these places, which would that be and why? Provided, of course, travel resumes. So if you could take these 3 questions. Sorry, Chaitanya, these came up while you were speaking.
No, I'm sorry, I've missed this question.
More or less through, we have 5 more minutes of Dr. Chaudhary's time.
Yes.
Well, the paintings and the slides that were shown were not created by me. They were given to me by a very capable young lady who was looking after some of the publicity work that is required. She gave me these things. They are her personal property. So she has very kindly given it to me, and I have used it in my life.
Okay.
The second question is, if I would like to go back to any of the countries. Well, I would like to go back basically to Botswana. I think I enjoyed Botswana more than any other African country. Different. I mean, Middle East is different and the Caribbean is different. So I would like to go back to Botswana. And the third question was what? I'm sorry. Third question. These are
Yeah,
two
the
two
third
questions.
question was, I think one was answered. What was your most frightening and happiest moment that
Yes,
you
yes, yes.
covered?
Personal,
And if you had the option, which is your personal favorite chapter and why?
Ah, yes, yes. Now, I would say that the telephone operator is my personal favorite. Basically, because it is something that what was shocking for, and the amount of effort that this young lady put in to repay her debt, and then the hotel told her that sorry, we can't pay you back the money because we haven't kept an account of it. It was not required to be paid. She paid it and they didn't return it to her. And she didn't say anything about it. So I think that it is the most touching story, the most difficult experience. As I said, it's a journey of life, a journey we all have to undertake. So she undertook this journey and she came out winner. So I would say that that is my favorite story.
This is another question. Are you writing another collection? This is from Sharupa Chatterjee. Are you writing another collection?
Well, I might at some point in time. Right now, I don't have any concrete plans, but it is in my mind. Yes.
Yes. So we shall be waiting for that too. Eagerly waiting. In fact, our travel very much liked by everyone, and we also liked it very much. And at the end, is there any more questions? I can't see any. So shall we end the session?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So now I request to stop the recording.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would request to stop the recording.
Thank you, Dr. Chaudhary. Back to you, Dr. Chaudhary.